Horde Shooters are badass. In fact, it's so badass, I think it's one of the most underrated genre of games, and I'm tired of pretending it's not. For me, it's one of the only genres of game that I can lose entire days of my life to, and nothing is better than dropping in with 4 dumbasses and cleaving your way through an endless horde. I'd like to say before I continue that this isn't a video to try and convince you to play Horde Shooters with facts and a well put together argument. I fully intend to glaze this genre into the ground because I can. For me, there are 4 main reasons why I think Horde Shooters deserve your time, even if it's just for a few hours. Horde Shooters are probably one of the most accessible genres out there. Hear me out. On the starting difficulties, the game will throw mostly chaff enemies at you, which are the most satisfying to kill and are usually just one-shot enemies. A few special units sprinkled in few and far between will get you used to the idea of target priority, and on this difficulty, 1 person and 3 AIs can easily run through it, let alone 4 people. Oftentimes, these games don't have stories you have to watch and play out, and they don't require you to know the lore or the universe. You just walk up to the mission terminal and press play. Now, gameplay in these games generally come in 3 varieties: point and shoot, hack and slash, or both. So as long as you know how to move the camera, aim and shoot, you'll be just dandy. Or, if you really can't aim, these games usually offer a melee option too, so just let them get in your face and swing like a maniac till they're dead. Mission objectives are always simple, usually requiring a player to kill something or just reach point B, and the emphasis on cooperation means that even if you personally aren't too hot at gaming, your allies should be able to pick up the slack and see you to the end easily enough. And honestly, truth be told, as long as you're taking aggro from someone else, you are a valuable member of the team. Now, of course, the higher end difficulties might prove to be a challenge, but if you're only someone who plays the game casually, you don't have to worry about these difficulties, as they're usually reserved for the end game. Nothing makes me want to say hell yeah more in gaming than dropping tens of people in front of me within seconds. It makes me feel like a badass, and it injects dopamine directly into my fucking brainstem. This rings especially true in Darktide with a Zealot, primarily a melee tank, meaning if you're playing it right, your screen should look like this.
Nice.
Swear on the fucking God Emperor that is not cool as hell. Helldivers takes this a step further and gives you a whole fucking spaceship with enough firepower to level a small country, making for one of the best gameplay loops in years. It's just a shame it seems to be going through a bit of a rough patch. Anyway, my point is, when you're in the thick of it, surrounded on all sides, more often than not the stars align, making for a one-of-a-kind experience that really gets my dick hard in the morning. And to make it better, take all the punishment you're dishing out and times it by 4.
Guess time.
By nature, these games are meant to be as replayable as possible, with more recent Horde Shooters going down the live service route. Now, I have my opinions about live service, and I'm sure you have yours too, but what I'm sure everyone can agree on is that it means that developers intend you to play this game over and over. So what do? They chuck in some spicy RNG. You could play the same level of Left 4 Dead 2, or Vermintide, or Darktide 100 times in a row, and while the maps don't change, the combination of enemies you're fighting, the placement of ammo, and when a mini-boss might come out at you, change. These games are super dynamic and highly replayable, so when you and your friends jump on, you can never quite predict how a match will play out. Games like Helldivers and Deep Rock again take this even further by giving you a procedurally generated map, meaning that you'll never even be on the same map twice. Now, say it's your 10th time on a certain faction or difficulty level. These games often will chuck in modifiers that can flip the gameplay on its head. These modifiers could be only one type of enemy spawns more than the others. They could take your vision away, change your ability cooldown, give you 1 life, all that jazz. On top of this, the live service aspect means that new additions, for better or for worse, are always coming to the game. Fuck me, Helldivers 2 is so different from when it started, and it's in the middle of its biggest overhaul to date. For me, these roguelike elements keep the game fresh, paired with how easy they are to pick up, and a steady stream of new content means that even if you only play it for like a 10-hour stretch every couple of months, you could easily come back and have something new to do. Honestly, go try it. Go to an active Horde shooter you haven't played in about 6 months or so and see how different it is. I bet you there'll be something that will take your fancy. What really makes these games special is the emphasis on cooperation. They are not made for solo play, and that's okay. Not every game needs to be. As powerful as the game makes you feel, if you head it alone, you will fucking die. This mainly goes for the more traditional Left 4 Dead type shooters. Deep Rock accounts for it by giving you a little robot, and well, Helldivers is obvious.
Oh, I let it right in your feet, man.
And although maybe you don't have friends with you in that moment, you still technically aren't alone. Now when you have 4 players, these games reach a new level of pure, dumb fun, especially if you're in game chat with 3 other friends. But if you don't have any to play, just fuck it, play with randoms. You might be opposed to the idea, but hear me out. These communities for these games, more often than not, tend to be tight-knit and are keen to get new players in to share their game with. Of course you get some arseholes, but at the end of the day, they are games about working together to overcome overwhelming odds. There is no competitive element involved. And honestly, people don't usually care about skill level unless they're trying to lock in and sweat it. I live for those moments when you find a group of randoms and you all seem to be on this dumb wavelength, or you're all locked the fuck in, which happens way more than you think it would. And honestly, these are some of the best people I've met in games, full stop. I have some friends that I play with regularly and I've never even heard their fucking voice. But if that doesn't convince you, just watch the pure chaos that's been unfolding on my screen for the past God knows how long this video is. It's truly special. That's it. I love them. You don't have to, and that's okay. But honestly, they're my favourite game and I just wanted to glaze them for a little bit and work on my video hobby at the same time. Now, it might not seem massive, but the channel has hit its first milestone and gone past 10 subscribers. This might not sound like a big number to you, but genuinely, every time I see that number go up, even if it's just by 1, it validates this whole hobby. So genuinely, thank you. I'm moving house in the next couple of months, and when I do, I plan to start streaming, so hopefully you stick around for that. I'm thinking about doing a Horde Shooter Sunday or something. I have no idea. We'll figure it out when we get there. If you're new here, I just released a Dark Souls 3 video, so feel free to check that out. Viewer retention this video is ass, quite frankly. I think I could have done a better job of the intro by making it a bit more engaging. So if you watch it, I'd recommend just skipping in a few minutes if you're not interested, and then the video might be a bit more watchable. But again, thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Love you. Bye.